Okay, now this enzyme linked immunosorbent assay ELISA technique can be used to detect the presence of antigen, as I told you, and of course the other way around also, the presence of antibody can be detected. So these are two uses. Then again, it can be used to test the antibodies that can be recognized by an antigen. We can develop antibodies also. If we have the antigen, we can test so many antibodies simultaneously, and the reaction will be given by the complementary antibody only. So we can test certain test, we can test and make an antibody which is complementary to the antigen. Yes, you can you imagine that if we have the antigen present and we don't have the antibody, we are genetically creating the antibody or testing different antibodies produced in different personals, and how to test and how to find out which antibody is actually complementary or whether any antibody is complementary or no. So this ELISA technique can be used to find out the complementary antibodies for a particular antigen, and that antibody can be administered in the body of the infected person who is having these antigens present inside the body. Clear? So now this is application, there are many applications of such kind of technique. It can be used to find out the serum antibody concentration. It can detect the food poisoning or food allergies present. Maybe some people are having food allergies for milk protein, peanuts, etc. They can also be detected. Then spread of a disease can be detected, for example HIV. And of course the two important things, detection of antibodies and detection of antigens, both are important. So this whole ELISA thing you will understand and draw the diagram also, understand, and the procedure and washing is very important after each step. Okay, the next topic is recent vaccines. The most recent vaccines. Here I am giving you the data which is being provided by World Health Organization, that is WHO. The vaccines which are already available are for cholera, hepatitis A, hepatitis B, hepatitis E, Japanese encephalitis, rotavirus, tetanus, etc., etc., etc. You have all of them being given to you, and you can see, find them. The available vaccines have been given to you and is written in your immunization card. But then also we have certain vaccines which are under development or is in the pipeline. We are working on them. The WHO is working on them, or it has set up its organization, set up its laboratory around the globe for personals, for researchers being researching on these particular diseases. Looking at the these scenario, coronavirus vaccination is being under development, HIV is being under development, chikungunya vaccine, dengue vaccine, tuberculosis, malaria, etc. Because tuberculosis is a very dangerous disease, and there are many deaths in India. As far as India is concerned, there are many deaths by tuberculosis in this recent time also. So these vaccines are under the development, but I can proudly tell you that what we have done as India, hepatitis B virus or HBV is a widespread disease in man and produces several chronic liver disorders such as fulminant chronic hepatitis, liver cirrhosis, or maybe primary liver cancer. So what is the underlying cause? The hepatitis B virus. And you can proudly say that India's first genetically engineered vaccine, Guni. The name is being taken from Sanskrit word gun, or in Hindi also gun. So Guni vaccine, which is against hepatitis B virus, and it was developed by a Hyderabad based laboratory, Shanta Biotechnics Private Limited, and was launched on 18th August 1997. So it's a proud moment of India, and this makes India the fourth country after USA, France and Belgium to develop this highly advanced vaccine. Why this is highly advanced? Because it is first genetically engineered vaccine developed in India. We have utilized the whole DNA method, whole DNA recombinant technology by which we have generated this vaccine. Okay, so this is a very important fact which you need to remember and should incorporate in your literature. So this is the fourth country. India becomes the fourth country. The first country was USA, then France, then Belgium, and the fourth country is India. Now we are supplying it to the rest of the world. Okay, so with this we complete the chapter of immunology, and you need to write down the notes. Defense mechanism in plants was earlier there in this chapter, but now it is being removed. This year it has been removed by the boards. So here we are completing the chapter. Just revise your concept, learn your concepts, and ask if in case of any confusion or something. Okay, so here we stop, wind up for today. See you in the next class. Thank you so much.